So first we have to start with thought of the day as we normally do. And the thought for today is you have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. It talks all about spirituality. I know everyone knows the importance of spirituality in us, and that makes us, I think, complete human being. Okay, so please scroll down. So today, the editorial page is all about uh, Central Parliamentary Board. So actually, BJP had recently changed, reshuffled, we can say, or we can say reconstituted its board. That's called Central Parliamentary Board. It's that kind of board, you can say. It actually takes some decisions regarding the elections, regarding, all actually we know that BJP is this time in full power. It is in full majority. So it has a, total command on its board. Say it do have some, it used to, choose some key members for deciding all the, matters related to elections and etc. So we will just go thoroughly about it. On BJP top brass, rejig. Rejig means actually rejig is the word. It means actually reconstitution. It means remanage. It means reshuffle. It means to bring some members out and put some others. Okay, so actually BJP had recently changed the structure of its that board what I was talking about, Central Parliamentary Board. It has actually changed it. So the line starts: the BJP Bharatiya Janata Party seeks a balance between central command and regional leadership. And as we know, in central command we do have, like, home minister is there, PM is there, home minister is there, defense minister is there. But in this particular committee, they had bring some people, bring some I can say some XCMs, some authority who have association with the BJP. They had taken it from states, okay, like Assam, like southern side, okay, from eastern side. Means they had tried to maintain a complete balance in this committee. Okay, I hope you got it. A committee is there at the central level, which is deciding its all its affairs, okay, relate to election, relate to parliament, relating to its job. Because I already made it clear that it is actually the apex policy making committee. Apex policy making means it frames the policy at the top. But mostly conventionally, there used to be some few members which used to be taken from central authority. But this time BJP made a change. It took members from the states. You know the purpose, because elections are running, elections are coming. Okay, in southern, in Karnataka, elections will be in the next year. So they are taking members from there so that they can get they can have a say, that they can actually get proper representation. And BJP is now actually, it's a growing party. It is becoming more dominant party in India. So that is why, in that sense, it is giving an opportunity to the states that they should be represented in this committee. Okay, so what it was actually, the Bharatiya Janata Party seeks to balance between the central command and regional leadership. Regional leadership, it is from states, and central command, it is all about the parliament. Okay, the central government. Okay, so now we can move ahead. The BJP has reconstituted its 11-member parliamentary board and 15-member central election committee this week. So actually, you must know that this parliamentary board and central election commission, they both have same members. So that is why the both committees had been described here by the author. So because both have same members, so that's why both committees had been mentioned here. The line is like: BJP had reconstituted as its 11-member parliamentary board. Here it finds that this board had actually 11 members and 15-member Central Election Commission this week, and they are likely to remain in charge well into the 24th general election. Means their tenure is, the committee which has been reconstituted, the tenure of this committee is until 2024. Okay, so Prime Minister Narendra Modi's grip over the party matters in absolute. What do we mean by grip Grip actually means to hold something, okay, more firmly, to have control, to have command. That's called grip. Sometimes grip can be used in other sense. Like I will say, the whole Kashmir is in the cold grip, is in the grip of cold. Yeah, whole Kashmir is in grip of tensions. Means it means when something is dominant, when something is you are holding it, something is holding it dominantly. In a similar way, here it actually means that Narendra Modi is having a grip over the party because it has been actually decided by him. The committee actually is headed by whom? PM. This committee, this central body, this central parliamentary board, it is actually headed by PM. So it is indicating here that he had made a different change. He had taken an extreme step this time, taking members from the states. So means it indicates he do have a control and command on his whole party. Okay, this time as an organization, he's having a supreme command over it. Okay. So the BJP has reconstituted as 11-member parliamentary board and 50-member board this week and are likely to remain in charge well in 2024 elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi grip over the party matters is absolute and uncontrolled, okay? And the reconstitution of this apex bodies hardly alters that fact, okay? Means reconstitution, if it had been reconstituted this time, means after 2024, if they win the elections, they can even make more change into. Means it actually alters means changes. Alters literally means change. Okay. So you may go down. I hope everyone got this point. So anyone want to read it? Wanna just interpret it? If anyone. Okay, go down. Leo, scroll down. So can someone read this first paragraph in that sense? In that sense, nothing fundamentally changed. If anyone want to read it? I like to make it more participatory if anyone is interested. Okay, I guess no one. So here it is written like, in that sense, nothing fundamentally changes, and the changes reinforces the. I don't know. 1 minute here. I'm getting. Oh, okay. In that sense, nothing fundamentally changes, and the changes reinforce the trend of Mr. Modi's expanding footprint in the party's remaking. It is just having a same meaning. Like it is showing that Narendra Modi's command on the party and its whole as a body, as an organization, he has a command on it. Like here the words are like reinforce. Reinforce actually means strengthening with additional force. Reinforce means like it is actually again confirming the command of Modi on the organization, on this organization. Okay, in that sense, nothing fundamentally changes. The change reinforces and it reaffirms, we can say reaffirms, and it makes it more sure. The trend is like the phenomenon. Okay, the trend of Mr. Modi's expanding footprint. Footprint actually means the influence. Okay, footprint means leaving an impression. Like we used to say, he has laid an impression on me. We can say in literal sense, he has laid a footprint on me. Means an impression and influence. Means in that sense, it is showing that Mr. Narendra Modi have his command on the party, or you can say this, parliamentary board is so much that it lays an influence. Okay, that he lays an influence every time. Okay, so you can see how you can say what kind of command. The question is what kind of command is just the further in the third paragraph. This can be easily understood. See, go down. Senior leader Nitin Gadkari, a former party president and MP, CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan have lost their parliamentary board seats. Means the key members, you can say, like Nitin Gadkari, who was union minister and former, president, you can say sometimes he had been even president of BJP and cabinet member. He had lost his membership. You can see what kind of, you can say, I was talking about footprint, what kind of command do Narendra Modi have on his party. Means some key members have lost their membership in this, I can say, parliamentary board. It's a particular board, you can see. Or Shivraj Singh, he has been multiple times, he has been the CM of MP. And these high class, or you can say tallest ministers, have even lost their membership. They had not been given this time opportunity in the parliament board. So there must be some logic, and when we go further in the details, we can even get the logic why it has been actually this kind of extreme step has been taken by this this parliament board. I can say the parliament board who are actually managing it. Okay, so here it says that senior leader Nitin Gadkari and former party president and Madhya Pradesh CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan has lost their parliament board, while the new icon of the Hindutva camp, UP CM Yogi, please scroll down, Leo. Yeah, thank you. 1 minute. Yes, CM Yogi Adityanath has not found in a place, has not found a place. Even Adityanath had not even found the place. Means these are some key ministers, you can say tallest ministers, and even Aditya is even the CM. Means the brand speakers who had been always been the having an important place in the BJP, you can say unit, or you can say they were the key ministers actually, but they had not this time find any place. So this has been a quite this is a quite remarkable decision. So the former Karnataka CM BS Yadiyurappa, who holds sway over the Lingayat community, is crucial in the electoral calculations in Karnataka, has been brought back into the power structure a year after he was asked to resign as CM. And we already got this point that some key ministers actually had lost their membership in the Central Parliamentary Board, rather than they have given an opportunity to the ex-CM of Karnataka, who had resigned actually on some in earlier times. He had actually resigned, so he had given, who has been actually, we can say, representing the Lingayat community. Lingayat community is actually in Karnataka, and this is actually the schedule. They are actually some backward classes. So this is from Karnataka. In the next year some elections are actually going to be held in Karnataka. So you can now understand why actually PM Modi is trying to give give a chance for regional representation. Actually elections are there, so this Lingayat community plays a pivotal, it has a very key role in elections in Karnataka and south and other southern parts of India. So that is why the representation, because he had already served this Yediyurappa, he has already served as ex-CM there, and his presence is there. He has a very tall personality there, and he's famous there. So that's why this person had been given an opportunity by excluding some key members who had been really the voice of BJP, like I was talking about, like Nitin Gadkari or Shivraj Singh. They had not been given the opportunity. Okay, so please scroll down. So by inducting him into both bodies, like he's talking about Yadurappa, because he had got induction in both, like this election board as well as parliamentary board, because I already told you members remain the same in both. The central leadership has conceded his indispensability. Conceded means accepted, admitted. Okay, his indispensability, has his importance. Okay, that means the central leadership has given Mr. Yadurappa an importance in both. Okay, also the inducting means absorbing. Okay, it means to admit formally for some post. Here the word is, by inducting him means absorbing formally, giving some rank. Okay, giving some position. By inducting him into both bodies, the central leadership has conceded his indispensability. Indispensability means which cannot be ignored, or which have to be taken into consideration. Okay, like Yadurappa has been taken into consideration, and his membership had been finalized. Also notable is the BJP's agility to redeploy resources according to the situation. So redeploy means to act according to the change. The change is like that. BJP is an emerging party. Elections are there. Now the BJP is changing. It is, you can say not colors, but changing its policy itself, because the origin, the basis of BJP is different. It's from, maybe you can call it, it is the, branch of RSS. That time it has a different ideology. But now elections are there. It is bringing into place all, you can say, it is actually this time what BJP is doing. It is giving representation, because six change had been brought actually. Women has been given this time representation. Some backward classes, like I was talking about, Vidurappa, he is from Lingit community, and some backward classes from Assam had been taken into consideration. They had been given representation. Means it is a, you can say, equal representation. The purpose is that to had a, say while you are going for election campaign, which is going to be held in near future. Okay, so by inducting him into the both bodies, the central leadership has conceded his indispensability. And also notable is the BJP's agility. Agility means quickness. Okay, agility means quickness. Like we can also use this, that she moved with great agility for helping a poor woman, or you can use it in any way. It means BJP's agility in its quickness, sharp mindedness. Okay, BJP's agility to redeploy resources according to the changing situation. Sarbananda Sonowal. Okay, he's from actually Assam. I already told you. A tribal face in Assam, means representation is given to tribal forces now in Assam. Who was replaced as chief minister is now in the parliamentary board. Means he has given also representation. So it is equal representation. Tribal classes are being given represented. Backward classes are being given representation. So also women have been given a representation. He is now in the parliament board. He is also a union minister. This time he is a union minister, but he represents the state. Okay. Now go down. Actually, go down, please. Scroll down. BJP OBC Morcha head and Rajya Sabha MP K. Lakshman from Telangana and Lok Sabha PM Sidhu Yadav. MP Sidhu Yadav is a woman, so from Haryana, are expected to be the party's links to relatively new constituencies. They had also been given representation. Iqbal Singh Lalpura has become the first Sikh. What I was talking about, communities. Okay, equal representation to many communities in India. Okay, diverse communities like Sikhs had get representation. Tribal areas had get representation in this new reconstitution, or you can say new frame of this committee. Okay, has become the first Sikh to be inducted. Inducted already I told you, it means absorbed into the parliamentary board. While Shahnawaz Hussain has been dropped from the CEC. Okay. So it's also means that Muslims had already got one opportunity. This time the other communities had given the opportunity. So you can scroll down. Mr. Modi is particular about staying in complete control. Oh, 1 minute. Mr. Modi is particular about staying in complete control. Means you cannot stop Mr. Modi, but he recruits and deploys a diverse legion. Legion means actually vast number of people. Okay, legion, ligan. I mean to say, yeah. The correct pronunciation is ligan. Sorry,
I guess it is legion. Sorry for the correction, though.
Yeah. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, actually, I was not prepared. I was.
guess it should.
Yeah, ligan.
Numerous, meaning numerous. Yeah, legion.
Yeah. Thank you. It means like numerous. Yeah. Thank you, ligan. So Mr. Modi is particular about staying in complete control, but he recruits and deploys a diverse legion in his support. Means he wants his own army, according to his, whatever is actually the needful, you can say. Because the situation is changed. BJP is coming up with a national party, you can say dominant party. Okay. More the BJP under him has achieved a balance between disciplined central command and autonomy of individual leaders who are in charge of particular tasks. So it is talking all about just maintaining equilibrium and balance in the system, in the political system. So while only a few of them have the capacity of Mr. Yediyurappa, to bargain with the party. Because why this person has been mentioned here, because he had recently earlier he had actually resigned, and that time it was just a rumor that he had been forced to resign that time, but still he was praising BJP. He was that time he was not just he had not actually mentioned any particular reason that time why he had resigned. So that's why he deserves mention here, because this time BJP had actually invited him for being the part of this I can say key body, you can say, okay, to bargain with the party. They do string the relentless social engineering pursuits of the BJP. String this relentless means effortless, means where you do not get tired. Okay, that's called a relentless. It means dedicated. Okay, social engineering actually means this time it is even social engineering. You can understand it politically. You can say that they are just covering up different sects, different communities in India. Means this is engineering like, engineering like. They are coming up with sharp mind, applying the wits that how we can cover the whole India, how we can become a major party, how we can win the forthcoming election. So it's called in engineering like. Okay, so you may go down, please. Scroll down. Okay, now the party has the capacity to be flexible, can even reverse its decisions to manage its electoral prospects. It is sometimes flexible, sometimes it can just revert its decisions. Means what we are actually witnessing. This has been actually a historical step taken by the BJP. This time they are giving representation to the different communities. At the same time, some person who had been expelled as CM in the earlier time now had been given he is a representation to a key body like which we call calling this parliament board. So this is all sometimes BJP. It's you can say high brass, you can say it's that command is sometimes it's high level committee, you can say, the deciding the people who are at helm of affairs. They are sometimes taking reverse decisions, sometimes they are flexible. It's talking about the diversity in dynamism shown by the BJP. Okay, it is decisions to manage its electoral prospects, Mr. Idapia and rehabilitation shows, as I was talking about. The dislodging of Mr. Gadkari, he has been actually expelled. Okay, he has lost his membership. The dislodging of Mr. Gadkari, who has maintained an image of relative autonomy as minister, means he has a say in the BJP, but this time he had not got representation. And a party leader, on the other hand, can be interpreted as a stern demand for absolute loyalty. So it is all actually, describing the character of BJP, the capacity of being flexible and sometimes reverse in its decision making. It means it may make a diverse decision. Sometimes, the person who is loyal to you, the minister who is loyal to you, are not giving him an opportunity. Like Gadkari is there, like some other example, Shivraj Singh is there, like others who had lost, who had been key members, and they had been most trustworthy to the BJP, but this time they had not given decision. Means it sounds something strange, but it's true actually. So you may go down, please scroll down. Yeah, that too is a sign of changing relationship between Mr. Modi and RSS. So this is something I can say, all about RSS. And actually, the BJP, I think it has been an offshoot of RSS. And this time, the people, I can say, the ministers who had been loyal to be RSS, even like I was talking to Gadkari and all other, ministers. Actually, they had not been given this time representation. So a little bit criticism is there for the government. So because they have their origin is something, that because BJP is the center right part of it, is actually the political wing of you can say RSS. RSS is a Hindu national organization. So as you know, I don't want to go into those details. That too is a sign of changing relationship between Mr. Modi and RSS. The mothership of Sangh Parivar. Sangh Parivar, it is an umbrella organization, and there are lots of, I can say, even student organization under it. Like it do have, I think, 3 dozen national organizations. You can say like student wing is there, sometimes labor wing is there. It do have different kinds of, or even RSS comes under Sangh Parivar. Okay, so Mr. Gadkari has said to be favorite to to the RSS, because when he has been favorite to the RSS here, Mr. Modi, Narendra Modi had not given him representation. So a little bit criticism is there for Mr. Modi, okay, which no longer holds the same sway over the BJP as it is used as it used to be. Means somehow it is showing that Gadkari is losing his ground in BJP, okay. Mr. Gadkari exclusion also concludes with the inclusion of another Brahman from Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, in the CSE. So one more from Maharashtra. So state, it has some, you can say, territorial representation also. South India is represented. Then there is Assam, and you can say eastern part is represented. Now Maharashtra, central India is represented. Okay, it's a balance, like, okay, in CSE. The reconstituted parliamentary board and is election commission and the BJP signal dynamism and tight control at the same. So this is all I can say. The crux, like, tight control is there, dynamism is there, diversity is there. You can say it is quite holistic. It is all embracing. You can say it's quite, it's equilibrium is trying to be maintained. So maybe they have their election, some election mind is there. Some, you can say, for electorate mind is there, but still it is somehow it can be called an equality in representation. So you got anything left? You may go down. Please scroll down. So this is now the tune of editorial. I leave up to you. It was my first time tried it, which was very. I might have done mistakes when I was not well prepared. I was, I can say instantly I was given this job by the owner. So thank you. So can someone tell what was the tune of it? Or if you want more further elaborations, you can also just have your own comments or deliberations, whatever. What was the tune of this editorial? Mm-hmm.
Info, we can say political information we got from this editorial.
Yes. Actually, tone can be like critical, informative, factual, and you can say like that. Because yeah, factual, it was a little bit factual, but at the same time, it was also, what I should say, critical also, because criticism was also not criticism. I think informative was it. So maybe some other people might have got the idea in a better way. I think if someone want to just put forth the review points or what they had actually understand, what kind of that, how they took it, what should be the tone of it, what should be the nature of it. Mm-hmm. Anurag, Ashish.
Hi.
Yes.
So next one, editorial.
So
It's
we are
over.
still here hanging, we are still hanging in this editorial. So we're just talking about what should be the tone of editorial.
Informative, I think.
Yes, even I also think like I also think
Only
like that.
information.
Hmm. Anyone else?
Critical.
Mm-hmm. Critical. Yes, that is also worth that's considerable, I think. Mm-hmm. So this was actually today's editorial, and if someone want further elaborations or they wanna have their viewpoint on it, according to maybe they might have more knowledge about it, they can share with us, frankly. And actually, I will repeat again some of the words where there actually that's worth noting. I think like grip was there, that I said it means to hold something firmly. Then reinforce, I said that means to reaffirm or strength with reinforce. Okay. Then there was a trend. Trend means general direction. We can use it to say it is nowadays a trend, means it is a direction. Sometimes if something is actually raising, we can say it had got upward trend. So something, a direction, you can say, whenever you have to use the word direction, sometimes you can use it like a tendency, you can say trend, something which is becoming more common and popular. Okay. Then the word was footprint. It is such a nice word. Mostly this word footprint is used between the countries. Like India has laid its footprint in the you can say Middle East countries. When India is going there and it's helping the country, we used to say India has laid its footprint, means laid its impression. Okay, it has become an active, you can say, role player there. Okay, so we used to use the word that time we use this word footprint. Okay, so then the other word was agility. I said you already that it means quickness, how agile you are. Okay, so the one more word was inducted. That means to absorb. Some striking labor, strike members are, the employees are actually striking for getting induction in the government permanently. We do have some contractual employees. When they actually demand absorption in the government department, you can say induction. They want induction in the government department. So these were some of the words which I just, generally I got these words actually. So thank you for your participation. If you have any further elaboration, you can also discuss. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up this session. And thanks for being here. I was doing it first time. It was my, can say, no voice attempt. Okay. So thank you. I don't know if we